You ready? All right. All right, we will wait for Jason now. It's like a special elite, so it's not like the boss, but it's like an elite boss for this area. Oh. Alright, since we're waiting for Jason, let's be flexible. When we're waiting for him, then you get it set up. Alright, we're back. Dude, I was only joking about not having to use my restroom. As you just came back from your house? Alright. Alright, Chuck. Oh, does it look different? Because your speed is capped at current value, -6. So I still have 6 more waves to go. I will not be able to increase my speed at all. So I'm saving that till the very last wave, which is wave 20. Then I'll grab it. No piercing damage. I don't do any damage. Like, I literally... Yeah. I'm legitimately an engineer build. And does life steal? There's no point. Since I'm doing a... Oh, of course. It's a great game.
One left.
Oh, actually, I'm happy. I have a chance of getting, Yep. I don't know. It was a gift. Let me know when you're ready to start reading. You ready? Jesus, really want amazing. Thank you for staying. Thank you that we even just have water. For your good. Thank you for. There's a lot of places where they have to travel. Can you imagine having to travel a mile every day just to fetch water for your family? Like you have to walk in the heat. Yeah, so let's... All right. Geez, you're only one for amazing. Very good. I'm not feeling it, but I know you are. Thank you for creating the world. Thank you that your disposition is to partner with humanity, is to share responsibility. You could have done it all yourself, but you created us and you wanted to share cultivating and managing Eden. And as we are working towards Eden, please reveal to us when we choose wisdom on ourselves and not your wisdom. Show us what it means to eat the tree of life every day. One in Frost's name, amen. The divisiveness. So it's cheeseburger now? Okay.
Okay, fine. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Okay.
Apple cash
The divisiveness of stuff. He heard things that Laban's sons were saying. Jacob has taken everything that was our father's. From what was our father's, he had made all this wealth. And Jacob saw Laban's attitude to him. It was not as it had been in previous days. Yahweh said to Jacob, "Go back to your ancestors' country, your homeland, and I will be with you." So Jacob sent and called for Leah and Rachel to come to the open country, to his flocks, and said to them, "I see that your father's attitude to me is not as it was in previous days. But my father," remember how Laban tried tricking Jacob? You made an agreement. You gotta have the.
Hold on. Augie's just sitting out there.
Augie. Augustine, come here. Come. Come here. Well, I'll tell you Augie. But you guys need to make sure to leave things open, otherwise you're lit. Yeah, obviously Augie gets out. I need to make sure. Touch the back gate. Okay, so remember, so Jacob ahad back on him when Laban tried tricking him, and so now he has all the animals, which in the ancient world that was your money. At least it was a form, like having property like animals was you're good. Jacob sent and called for Leah and Rachel to come to the open country, to his flocks, and said to them, "I see that your father's attitude to me is not as it was in previous days, but my father's God has been with me. You know I have served your father with all my energy, and your father, he has mocked me and changed my wages 10 times. But God did not let him do me harm. If he would say, the speckled be your wages, all the flock would be a speckled young. If he would say, the streaked will be your wages, all the flocks will bear streaked young. God took away your father's livestock and gave them to me. At the time of the flock's mating, in the dream I looked and saw. There the rams that were mounting the flock were streaked, speckled, and mottled. In the dream God's aide said to me, Jacob, I said, I'm here. He said, now look up and see. All the rams that are mounting the flock are streaked, speckled, and molten. Because I have seen everything that Laban has been doing to you. All right. Well, you went to go feed his cats. Okay. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed a pillar, where you made a vow to me. Now up, get out of this country and go back to your homeland. Rachel and Leah answered by saying to him, do we still have a share and inheritance in our father's house? We count as outsiders to him, because he sold us and also totally consumed the money paid for us. Because all the wealth that God has taken away from our father, it belongs to us and our children. So now do everything that God has said to you. So Jacob set off. He put his children and wives on camels and drove all the livestock and all the wealth that he had acquired. The livestock he possessed that he had gained in Paddan Aram to go to his father's Isaac in the country of Canaan. Laban had gone to shear his flocks. Rachel stole the effigies that belonged to her father. All right. So Jason, please join us. All right. So let's recap for Jason what has happened. Okay, Char? So Jacob worked for Laban. And so he agreed to pay him in sheep. And he said that only the defective sheep, the ones that look weird, the colored sheep. But after he said that, he made sure he had all the colored sheep in different areas so he can have them. But pretty much Yahweh made it so that the animals still were colored. And so now Laban is looking not good at Jacob. He's like angry at him. His sons are angry at him because now Jacob has all the stuff. And so now Yahweh says, go ahead, go to the land of your ancestors. I am with you. And so now he's talking to his wife saying, let's go. And they're like, yeah, you're right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And so, but Rachel stole the effigies that were like idols that belonged to her father. So like wooden idols. Yep, effigies. They're like these wooden. So she stole the effigies. They're like figurines of gods. So Jacob set off. He put his children and wives on camels and drove all the livestock and all the wealth that he had acquired. The livestock he possessed that he had gained in Paddan Aram, to go to his father Isaac in the country of Canaan. Laban had gone to shear his flocks. Rachel stole the effigies that belonged to her father, and Jacob stole away without Laban the Aramean knowing, by not telling him that he was fleeing when he fled with all that he had. So they're running away, and Rachel stole the effigies. And Jacob stole away without Laban the Aramean knowing. But not, so they were like running away, like when he like is off and away, like doing some business. He's like, hey, where's my son-in-law and my daughters and my grandkids?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. Just get out of here.
By not telling him that he was fleeing when he fled with all that he had. So he set off and crossed the river and headed for the mountains of Gilead. Laban was told on the third day that Jacob had fled. He took his brothers with him and chased after him 7 days' journey and reached him in the mountain of Gilead. But God came to Laban the Aramean in a dream by night and said to him, be careful not to say anything to Jacob, good or harm. So Laban reached Jacob when Jacob had pitched his tents in the mountains, and Laban had camped with his brothers in the mountains of Gilead. Laban said to Jacob, what have you done? You stole away without me knowing, and you drove my daughters like captives of the sword. Why did you hide your flight and steal away from me and not tell me? I would have sent you off with rejoicing and singing with tambourine and lyre. You did not let me kiss my sons and daughters. Now you have been foolish in doing that. I have it in my power to do you harm, but the God of your fathers has said to me last night, be careful not to say anything to Jacob, good or bad.
Wait. No. Let me see if it's doing it. Fine. No. I'm ready to know.
Money divides people from one another. A news item this week relayed how a 25-year feud had been simmering in a particular family. When the father died with the mother's collusion, his son concealed his father's ownership of a number of properties and the existence of a will dividing his estate among the son and his 2 daughters. It was, said the news, a betrayal of biblical proportion. After 5 years, the 2 daughters discovered the deception, and they fought for 25 years to acquire their share of the estates. In an affidavit, one of them said, the conspiracy to deny us our inheritance destroyed my family, broke my heart, and left me with scars that I have painfully struggled with and have not fully overcome even now. The deepest hurt comes from my mother's role in the conspiracy. A mother is supposed to protect her child. The life my father wanted for us would have been very different. Laban's sons are understandably resentful of the way Jacob has prospered at the expense, as they see it, of their father, and thus of themselves. Jacob himself is afraid of what Laban might do. Leah and Rachel know they have nothing to gain from Laban because Laban has nothing to gain from them now that they belong to Jacob. They also know that as long as they are with Jacob, they share in all their father lost to him. Rachel steals Laban's effigies, and Jacob steals away Laban. Oh. So this is a definition of effigies. Genesis 31 relates how Rachel stole Laban's effigies, teraphim, which Laban later calls his gods. The Old Testament can use this word for gods, Elohim, to refer to a wider range of beings than the word God suggests in English. It can denote any beings other than ordinary humans. That will include beings we might call angels or demons, and also dead people insofar as they were... It's part of the commentary, so it's explaining effigies. Well, when I click it, it's part of the bigger book. We're just learning about the full meaning of effigies. That will include beings we might call angels or demons, and also dead people, insofar as they were assumed to be in some sense still existing. At Genesis 39, Laban refers to what he has discovered through divination. And one form of divination involves trying to discover things by consulting the dead. The gods would be important in that connection. They will not be images of gods in our sense, but effigies of family members who had passed away. A little like family photographs, whom people would seek to consult on the assumption that they might now know things that their relatives who are still alive could not know. And Jacob steals away Laban. Literally, Jacob steals Laban's mind, a vivid expression for keeping him in the dark about leaving, and a striking expression in the context because it parallels Rachel's more literal thievery. Concern about possession and a willingness to let this concern override all considerations arising out of family relationship characterize everything that's going on. Pasturing large flocks means spreading them out over a wide area. Pasteurizing large flocks means spreading them out over a wide area, as is indicated by the comment in the previous chapter about Laban's moving many sheep 3 days, distance from Jacob. Likewise, that means Jacob and his flocks are out in open country, some distance away from the family base. So it is here that he has his family conference with Rachel and Leah. Thus, the nature of the family business makes it easy enough for Jacob and his entourage to make a run for it without Laban's knowledge. When he is some distance away, busy with sheep shearing, the river is the Euphrates when Laban and his family posse catch up with Jacob. He has gone 300 miles. In literal terms, it must have taken much more than 3 plus 7 days. And reached Gilead, the area just east of the Jordan. He is nearly home. Once again, God is involved in all this messiness by not making a priority of seeing that people who deserve to do well prosper and that people who are not deserving fail to prosper. Perhaps again because that would mean waiting forever. It is God who tells Jacob it is time to go home, though the idea has been in his head for a while. When Jacob goes on to speak of the way God has been involved with him and to relate his dream, one might wonder how far Jacob is projecting onto God his own decision-making or wishful thinking. Yet Genesis confirms the basic point. God tells Jacob to go home. One would expect God eventually to do that. It is in canon that God is committed to fulfilling a purpose for the world's blessing via the blessing of Abraham's offspring. God therefore provides Jacob with another level of protection by appearing to Laban and warning him not to argue with Jacob about rights and wrongs and what has happened. Laban does not interpret this instruction too literally, but at least he does not dispute Jacob's right to go home. His confrontation becomes one that mostly concerns the way Jacob left rather than the fact that he had left. All right, friends, we can start. Hey, love. So I was thinking for the block July 4th, Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of them. Where are you?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're on the game going by something. Oh, he's dead. Killing all the bandits in the car.
Hmm.
Okay, he's dead. Yeah. I did it! Now what? How was the car driving? Okay. I stopped it. Oh, mission successful! $200 and 50 experience? Oh my god, Charlie, do those quests. That was so empowering.
Wait, I can fly.
Yeah, you just have to use T and then jump. Wait, what the? You really can fly. Whee!
Yes, love?
You can follow the map, I guess.
I didn't.
Okay, right, okay, okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even know there was a calendar in the fridge.
The calendar of babies.
Last I saw it was in a room,
I'll wait for you.
and it was like on the light, the lamp by the door. This week's Bailey's last week. Okay.
It's 101.
Alrighty. Time to make use of that Zoom membership. Hey, can you pick me for July 4th? We need like a. I guess Brittany if they have one because they do have a grill. I don't think they ever use it. That's why she was totally cool with the fire pit idea. But they might it's like a large like grilling like spatula, Do we? Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Do you want me to make the call and pick it, or do you? We can also check the liquidation store. They can get it super cheap. But I feel like places always have it and they're never selling it. Yeah, I'll probably check the liquidation store. I love you.
It's always around now when I have like a million in
Yeah,
mind. Wait.
so she knows. She knows what to expect.
So like
Hey, how big do we want? Like, how big do we want to invite people to for July 4th, Counter Street? Huh? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Just say bring. We'll have a fire pit. Bring something.
I know. It's the yellow dude.
Okay.
I know everything about that. It's the same need your help. I need help.
Come on, mobile players. Wait, where did you find us? Why?
Because everybody else was saying skip, and I also want to skip. The cutscene is boring anyways. It has no point. We don't need to watch it. Both of us have already seen the first cinematic. Charlie! Great.
Hey! First person OP! Suck at this! No crash!
Stop crashing! Suck at it. Stop.
No! I need to get out.
I didn't run you over. Look, that's run you over.
No, I put it up on the street. Wait, this is what?
Ah! I can.
What? Let me try. Get out. Okay, sure.
Stop.
Get out! Let me try.
Corey,
Hmm.
there's a person on Skype on Meet Your Girlfriend that keeps texting you.
That's funny.
She sent, hello. Oh my god. Huh? Love you,
What?
bye.
Would he uninstall Skype? That's hilarious. I have not seen Skype in ages. Here.
Yeah, it just keeps popping up.
Here, hit uninstall.
I'm dead. What? Wait, you're invincible. He can't see me. Woo!
You just lost
My love.
it somehow.
He can't.
Welcome back.
Thank you, friend.
Oh my gosh, no! I hate this one. This is where purple. Where are you? Down there. Not down there. Beautiful.
Wow. Yes, Jim. Yes, Jim. You know what I could do?
This is only the first one. No trash can. Ow! No trash can for you either. Crap. Did I just say no trash can?
No. Why did
What's up,
why did I
Houston?
call it the boomer ground?
How you doing? How's Brotato 1?
It's going great.
Nine guys.
Just I beat the I think difficulty 3, so I'm on difficulty 4 now.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Do you have it with every character or just one of them so far?
I don't have every character yet.
Every character you have unlocked, I mean. Every character you have unlocked is what I meant.
Oh,
I lied.
what do you mean every character I have unlocked?
Like, have you been doing, like, Danger 3 with everyone you're able to, or is it just in general?
Oh, and what I do is I try a new run with each character. Like, so pretty much
Yeah.
I just go
okay.
down the list. So then I try
Okay.
with that character. If I lose that character, then I go down the next list. If I win with that character, I go down the list.
Bro, y'all are cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, I just spawned in. I'm out. Okay. Are you serious? I got hit by table flip. Landed on the ground and
Will be a
immediately got
good
hit by the
item.
raid mode attack from the guy that killed me.
Okay, it gets XP gain.
Ow!
No items increase XP. No weapons increase XP.
What about XP is harvesting also?
Is harvesting a good something to go with XP? Because I'm playing the mutant.
Well, I just, like, XP gain is, like, that's just whenever you collect a resource, you also gain
Yeah.
level.
So maybe focusing on harvest, you're saying, is pretty good for XP gain?
Or just killing things. It looks
Yeah.
like that character is more about you level up a lot, so instead of buying things, so probably, or things will be more expensive to buy.
Mhm.
So I would say you would want to focus on ways to increase your income better, or effectively using
That Rick Roll guy.
things that are cheap, like freeze and increasing
And then after that,
how fast you can kill things.
Yeah.
by table flip.
So I probably want
And then
range.
as soon as I landed from table flip, surviving at 1 HP,
Then I
got hit
could.
by the
I'll
one
do.
with the
I'll use.
of,
I'll focus on elemental.
of the same guy
Yeah.
as your kill.
But yeah, that's like
Oh wait, I'm on
you
tier
level
5.
3 times quicker, but you only can
Yeah.
buy things that 50% more expensive.
I'll do this.
And then I come back, and I'm getting hit by like 15 floating shurikens every half a
Oh yeah, you're on danger 5, so yeah, you're doing fine. Welcome to the danger zone.
Right, it's good at comboing.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You hit me a few times, and then people took your kill. And they kept comboing me after you tried.
Okay, harvest is related to money. I'm just going to focus on elemental damage.
See, harvesting is related to money, which means you'll also want money to be able to afford the items because they're more expensive.
Yeah.
I was trying to hit you because you
Also, I think harvesting also gives you XP because it's like something, maybe not. I'm not sure about that.
Hmm.
that's what
I'll have to see.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right. That'll
So it's effectively your economy. You have a disadvantage in an economical way, but you're able to get more value out of kills.
I'll do.
And I don't think weapons are more expensive because I think they're a different price modifier. Maybe not. Maybe they are. But yeah, it definitely seems like that character is more of... You're going to have to be doing a lot of level ups compared to items. So you're going to have to get really good skills or some luck to get good skill ups
Mm-hmm.
for the level ups.
Stop! Stop!
And remember, since that's a level 5 level upgrade, that is always going to be at least blue.
Mm.
Level 5 will always be at least blue tier.
So I never go beyond blue tier?
It can go beyond blue tier, but it will not be a common gray on level 5.
Mm.
You're the power of the wands. Wands! Also, I think there is inflation, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
So, which means shops get more expensive in every wave.
Hmm.
So there's a bit of an opportunity cost if you don't get something now. But if you lock something, then you can make sure you get it.
Yeah.
Versus just re-rolling multiple times and just buying what you can every wave.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just save on your money, then they lose effective value because everything's more expensive.
Makes sense.
But that's getting into the sort of metagaming part of it, and I know you're not much into that.
I'm good for listening, but I will not take hours. Oh. Run lost. All right. Generalist. Okay.
Oh, look.
So I want something that increases melee damage. I'm trying to
You
think.
won't know. Specifically, they're doing 1 to 2 for every melee and range damage increase.
Yeah, so I want.
So anything that gives it range damage gives you melee. Anything that gives melee that gives you range.
So we give 3, and we have 3 things that give melee or 3 that gives range damage, so it increases melee damage. I'll have 3 that give melee damage.
See, it is 3 range weapons, 3 melee weapons. They don't have to be they don't have to be range damage doing range damage. because you see where it says range 300
Yeah.
and then melee or range. The damage, it's I think for example the shiv, the electric shiv to the right,
Yeah.
lightning shiv, you won't want that because most of its damage is elemental,
Yeah.
but it still does physical. I think shuriken is the ranged melee weapon. Yeah, that's a good point. That counts as a ranged weapon, but it scales off your melee damage.
This one counts as a range one, but but scales off
Melee.
melee.
Yeah. You see where it says
Yeah.
range under and it says range. Yeah. There's not very many items like that though. Shuriken would be good if you're going for a crit base sort of thing because it scales off crit.
Oh, does it really scale off crit?
It bounces.
Okay.
Which just means that's double the damage when you
Yeah.
crit.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
I don't know if they've changed it also, but melee weapons actually go slower when you have more range.
Mm-hmm. I remember saying at the very beginning. So it takes longer for it to the weapon kind of get back to you.
Yeah.
Let's get weapons for right now.
You're going to crit heavy. Let's do this.
Oh, that's what the precise is. I see.
Yeah. Also, the knife, if I remember correctly, has a very high crit damage multiplier compared to
Mm-hmm.
so when you crit with it, it does a lot of damage. A lot more than others. And just remember that if I remember correctly, you'll find melee damage. You'll find range damage at a ratio of 1 melee damage to 2 range damage normally throughout the game.
What?
In general. Every, in averages, every 1 melee damage you would find 2 range damage.
So there's a chance of finding more range than there is finding melee?
Yeah. But the generalist makes it so that way 2 range damage is also 1 melee damage anyways. That's it's not better than average, it's just allowing you to put damage in either one and get usage for whatever else they have.
Mm.
And I think in general, if I remember correctly, melee damage is more common to find in the first place.
Mm.
Just in smaller numbers. Either ways. That's another quirk that I have remembered too is that
I can't. I might as well not combine it right now.
I would say maybe lock the knife.
Yeah.
Ooh. Fingers.
Fingers.
I'll let you do your own decisions, and I won't say too much stuff unless you actually explicitly ask.
Oh wait, I thought I could only have. Oh, is that one counts as range? Correct. So that's
Yeah.
what. I see. I see. I see. That is nice.
That's why I was bringing it up.
So I'm just gonna focus.
And remember, your melee damage and your range damage is tied together.
Yeah.
And I
Ooh. Oh, darn it. I was enjoying. I'm going to do the Jonas. Usually I don't redo a character. But now since I feel like I got a handle with the commentary aid.
And remember, you can have one-off type of weapons for utility if you really need to, which is much more useful later on.
I don't have to worry about picking up the boxes, right? It doesn't increase the chance of anything if I pick it up. So all
I think they're auto-collected nowadays.
Yeah.
I would actually say that Q Monkey might be valuable, even though it reduces your damage. It is still more healing.
Yeah.
And since you have negative health regen, you don't have any way to regain health otherwise.
Oh my gosh. I just want to see a crit build with this guy. Now I'm just like, I want to see it. I want to see all the yellow numbers.
So the shurikens will probably end up being very good for group clear later on, but early on it's going to be very painful, so you might have to go for another weapon until that point, like a SMG or something else. I would say reroll one more time, and then lock in the weapon.
Oh, since the weapon will his price to scale.
Yeah, but it's also since you're not able to purchase anything, it would ensure that you have the weapon available to purchase in the next wave. Since at this point you're running with 2 weapons.
Just go for that for right now.
Yeah, the scissors might actually be a good one to keep for a while too.
Yeah, is it part of that gives me health regen? If I'm right.
Yeah, effectively. You might need a second medical item for better life steal. But scissors have a 40% chance of life steal when they hit something, so that's some income of health.
Yeah.
I would. Never mind. I need to stop backseating.
You would have gotten the gun.
I would have re-rolled it and then gotten another gun. Yeah. But hey, you're doing fine by yourself, so. Getting a little spicy there, though.
Yeah, it is.
If I remember correctly, luck is something that
Bro, I got it
is a
again.
double-edged sword in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think in regards to the rarity of items.
Mm.
Because it makes things more expensive that way too. I'm glad you're still enjoying Brotato though.
Yeah, that was an amazing gift. Thank you.
It was the Vampire Survivors you always wanted. The one that is
Do you know
high
they're adding
action.
couch co-op to Vampire Survivor?
Yeah. Debuting on the Nintendo Direct.
Yep.
Coming to a PC near you. Or phone. If you decide to huddle around a small screen with 4
Oh, man.
controllers. Survive. Specifically, that does scale off your range damage.
Yep.
That baby with the beard.
Unlock that. Get that later. Watching that shuriken. Get back here. Oh, oh. You know what, actually? Do new run. Same guy. South Explorer. Where's the generalist? Here you are. Okay, no chance of a thief dagger. Okay, game.
Oh, hey, coupon. Very early coupons. Really nice. Oh, sounds like it's dinner. Talk to you later.
See you, Fred.
Are you playing as Ghost?
No, loud.
Well,
So I am just really just baking in the damage.
just remember, more enemies means more money.
Yep.
I would say maybe look for some form of ranged weapon or CC.
Mm.
Because you have a lot of melee weapons, so you're going to be stuck at being very close up to them. So you're going to want to be able to handle running away enemies, like healers or stuff. Or slow them so that way you can bob and weave accurately without being hit too often. Since you're already going to be having a time of
I'm having.
facing.
Oh.
You tried though. That's all I can ask for.
Multitasker.
All the weapons,
I know.
all the time.
Mm.
How do you think you can build the multitasker?
What's new?
So great. Plus 20% damage, but I lose damage for every weapon you have, so I can have up to 12. So why don't I build?
So yes, that would be minus 60% damage once you have all of them.
Yeah.
Ready, Charlie?
So I'm not going to try to counter that. So I'll just have, since damage does not infect turrets and bombs.
Get it! I got it! I got it! I got it, Charlie! Look at this!
You're gonna try to be in tower defense.
Yep.
I did it! Oh my god! I love this game!
That does mean, yeah, going into a lot of engineering.
Yeah. I mean, at least we'll get 6 wrenches. I may still also go bomb, or I might just have something else there that's maybe a support item.
Like open palms.
That's an idea. Because I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind having lots of harvesting.
SMG might still be good because it might reduce the damage, but also would be just a lot of hits. So you could use it as a healing tool.
Hmm. Oh. darn it. I was not looking at my guy. Retry that.
Do it again.
Actually,
I think a screwdriver might actually be a better one for starting as an engineer. In that
where's
regard.
multitasker. Actually. Oh, you don't have it.
What are you looking for?
Actually, I want to first max out support so I get as much harvest as possible.
Please look cool. Oh no, I ruined it!
Why did it fail?
I didn't let go. He hit me right before I used it.
Just gonna warn you that
Die! Wow, are you serious?
it's very difficult to get
Oh my.
to swap things again
Regret his whole life.
after you start.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try it with hockey when it comes back. Ready, Jody? Ready? Damn it! Oh my god. 3 abilities. I never use my C ability and I still one-shot it.
One more time.
Are you in the final world yet?
Once again. Again. Did you want to do anything together?
We're about to get into reading. Well, if we're going to do something, what would it be? Trying to think here.
I mean, you're in the mood for something actiony like that, so that's a good question. I mean, Don't Starve is pretty slow pace. Can't do
Yeah.
that.
Sadly, my brain is not in the mood for. Not feeling Don't Starve right now.
I could say Mario Kart, but that ain't gonna happen either.
Have they made a new Mario Kart yet?
It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And they're doing like DLCs for it. So they have like a booster pack thing with a bunch of maps and stuff right now. And characters. I don't have any of those, of course, because I don't really play it too much because I don't have too many people to play it with.
Hmm.
No, it isn't. It is. It changes weekly. I mean, daily. I don't know.
When I almost started Zelda, but I think no.
Oh, you're about to get this. I have not touched the ground not once.
On the spooky part of Poe, so that's not gonna go.
My high score right now? Yeah, my high score is 50. And now I just like added like 10 million extra to that. Oh my god. Oh yeah. 65 laps. Charlie, what's your max? Oh, you're playing walkie. Plus walkie. Charlie, 65 and a half laps.
No. Factorio's a big no. PRG is also a no. Oh hey, you have 2 hours in Trackmania. Nations Forever.
Yeah, that was
A
for
decade ago.
It's also for PDX land.
See, look.
Right, right.
That's the
What?
glitch.
Can you buy that much?
All right, bros, we're at time for reading.
It's kind of rough finding something actiony that also doesn't have gun. They go in hand so often. And also multiplayer specifically.
I'm gonna save up for you.
You know what? Let me look at the store. How dare.
Trey, you wanna do one round
Still
of this?
glitch.
I was gifted a Generation Zero like 2 days ago.
I can't even join.
Generation Zero, what is that?
It's like a first-person adventure, I think, RPG-esque sort of thing, like where you fight oversized robots in Sweden or something.
So, do you play a robot?
You shoot the robot.
With wounds. I
Yes,
see.
because shoots a robot with gun. Category action. Is there multiplayer?
I'm gonna quickly get something to drink and then I'll be ready.
Alright. Well, I guess that would be like the only gun. How is it an action game if it's an auto battler? That's like opposite of what that is. That's slow. Oh yeah, that's that game. I can play that. That's way too much like Daisy.
You ready? All right.
I'm gonna say almost every single option in the multiplayer action section is related to guns.
I'm not surprised. Jason?
There's only one
We're doing
gun
one
game.
section.
Oh,
So yeah, we're going to start reading, so. Genesis 31 verses 30 to 54. The pain of a family divided by miles. Laban said, "Now you have indeed gone because you were very keen for your father's household. Why have you stolen my gods?" Jacob answered, saying to Laban, I'll wait till you're ready, Chart.
Wait, did you lose?
Oh, I've died multiple times.
On the run that you were just previously playing? Did you die?
I think the only game that I would even
Did you die again?
suggest that has
Hmm.
a gun and that might not be immediately ruled out is the one hunting game. But I don't even think you'd like that.
All right. Laban said, oh. Jesus, you're holy one for amazing. Jesus, thank you for your death and resurrection. Thank you for what you've done has... Yeah, we no longer have to fear death. All empires, all strongholds of power, the fear that they produce, the fear of death, our anxieties with the everyday, with hoping to achieve that before we die. It all revolves around death. We fear the great unknown. But it's in your death and resurrection, and we don't have to fear that. We live today, we seize it. And when death comes, we'll let it wash over us. Thank you, Jesus, for what you have done. And as we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it means to them, and in turn, what it means to us now in the light of your resurrection. Amen. Laban said, "Now you have indeed gone because you were very keen for your father's household. Why have you stolen my gods?" Jacob answered, saying to Laban, "Because I was afraid, because I thought you might seize your daughters from me. The person with whom you find your gods will not remain alive in front of our brothers. Examine for yourself whatever I have and take it for yourself." Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them. Laban went into Jacob's tent, into Leah's tent, and into the two maidservants' tent, but did not find them. He came out of Leah's tent and went into Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the effigies, put them in the camel's saddle, and sat on them. Laban delved through everything in the tent and did not find them. She said to her father, "May my lord not be incensed, because I cannot get up before you, because I have a period." So he searched, but did not find the effigies. Jacob became incensed and argued with Laban. Jacob intensified by saying to Laban, "What is my affront? What is my offense that you have hunted after me? When you delved through all my possessions, what did you find of all your household possessions? Put it here in front of my brothers and yours so that they can give judgment between the two of us. These 20 years I have been with you. Your ewes and your goats have not miscarried. I have not eaten rams from your flocks. I have not brought you animals that had been killed. I myself dealt with the offense. From me you sought what was stolen by day and what was stolen by night. I became by day, he consumed me, and by night frost. My sleep fled from my eyes. I have had these 20 years in your household. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters and 6 years for your flock. And you chained my wages 10 times. If the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the reverence of Isaac had not been mine, now you would have sent me off empty-handed. But God saw my ill treatment and the toil of my hands and gave judgment last night. Laban testified saying, Laban testified saying, the daughters are my daughters, the children are my children, the flock is my flock. All that you see is mine, but what can I do today for these daughters of mine or for the children whom they have borne? Now come, let's make a covenant, you and I, and there will be a witness between you and me. So Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar. Jacob said to his brothers, gather stones. They got stones and made a heap and ate there by the heap. Laban called it Yegar Sheditha, and Jacob called it Galed. Laban said, this heap is a witness between me and you today. Hence it was called Gilead, and the watchtower, because he said, Yahweh will watch between you and me when one hides from the other. If you ill-treat my daughters, or take wives besides my daughters, though there is no one with us, see, God will be a witness between you and me. And Laban said to Jacob, here is this heap, and here is the pillar that I have set up between you and me. This heap will be a witness, and this pillar will be a witness that I am not to go past this heap to you, and you are not to go past this heap to me, or this pillar do harm. The God of Abraham, the God of Nahor, the God of their ancestors, decide between us. Jacob swore by the reverence of his father Isaac. Jacob made a sacrifice in the mountains and invited his relatives to eat a meal. They ate a meal and stayed the night in the mountains. When my wife and I started dating and then wanted to get engaged, her parents were totally against it. They had some plausible reasons. I was a long-haired lout. It was the 1960s, and they weren't sure I was the kind of man they wanted to trust their daughter to. But there was something else going on. They were very proud of their medical student daughter, their only child who had been the focus of their life. When she finished training, they imagined she would come back to her hometown to practice, bearing their name. Like her contemporaries, she would likely not have gone back to her hometown to practice, even if I had not come along, but they saw me as the villain who ensured it was not going to happen. What is more, I was a pastor. Fancy a doctor marrying a mere pastor. While in the long term, the increasing effects of Anne's multiple sclerosis were the balm that brought healing to the relationships. In the short term, it was the birth of children that led to some measure of healing. My father-in-law lived just long enough to hold both his grandsons and to watch them, or at least the older one, play with toys and play on the beach and kick a ball. There are a few signs in this story that Jacob has some family feelings. It would be unduly cynical not to see such feelings as at least one element in his fear that Laban may take away his daughters. Jacob did, after all, love Rachel, even if he was also willing to sleep with various other women. Ironically, he is then the victim of Rachel's deception, as he had been the victim of deception by her big sister and her father on his wedding night. No one can afford to trust anyone in this family. Presumably, at some point, he discovers that Rachel had the effigies all along, unless Rachel swore someone else to secrecy before her death and the information reached the author of Genesis by this other route. If Rachel had not also been so clever in concealing the effigies, it is nice to imagine the scene when Jacob discovers that the woman he loves is about to be the victim of his vow to execute the thief, a scene that would reoccur in the stories of Jephthah and his daughter, and Saul and his son. The author of Genesis likely sees some poetic justice in the deceiving of Laban by his own daughter, who has learned well from the characters and practice of her father and her husband. One wonders whether Laban suspected that Rachel had duped him, and even admired the way she was a true daughter of her father, as well as seeing the irony in Jacob's self-righteousness and hypocritical protestation to Laban in the quasi-court case that unfolds here. The word testify, which reoccurs, is the legal word. Laban, likewise, evidently does have a heart beating just beneath the place where he keeps his wallet. When Jacob left, he did not take merely some sheep and goats that might or might not rightfully belong to Laban. Laban lost his daughters and his grandchildren. He has sons who could take on the family business, but they do not compensate for that loss. There is an odd lopsidedness about the relationship of parents and their grown-up children. At least there has been for Anne and me in relation to our parents and our grown-up children, as we have been in the one position and then in the other. It expressed itself in the parents' expectation that one day she will go home, and it found another expression in our relationship with my parents. When we first married, they did not have a phone, and my father would go to a payphone each Sunday just before lunchtime, push in his coins, and shout, "Are you okay?" "Yes, we're okay," we would answer, and we would reply, "I just want to know that you're okay." That would be more or less it. Later, when we lived nearer, my parents and could drop by to see them more easily. I will find myself saying to Anne, "We haven't been for 3 or 4 weeks. We had better go this Sunday." Now the shoe is on the other foot. While I am glad to get detailed news about the lives of our sons in England and their families, and we have experimented with conversations on the computer screen, I am satisfied to get a short email every couple of weeks that functions mostly to reassure me that they are okay. It was Laban who suffered through the departure of his daughters and their offspring, and travel time to live much farther away than I live from my grandchildren. Parting will...
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just...
Acrimony.
Acrimony. What an interesting word. Parting with acrimony. Actually, I don't know what it means. I'm going to look it up. Oh, it's acrimony.
Acrimony.
Bitterness or ill feeling. Okay. Parting with acrimony will make this much worse. It is neat, then, that despite the failure to resolve the question about the effigies, the two families become reconciled and finally part happily. Laban's and Jacob's names for the place where this happens mean the same in Aramaic, Laban's language, and in Hebrew, with the Hebrew name also resembling the name of Gilead itself, where the meeting took place. All right, friends, we can start.
Do you even think you would like a hunting game?
Maybe. It'll have to be swords and spears.
A hunting game with swords and spears. I don't think that ever has happened. Maybe you can make one though.
I mean, there's like Far Cry Primal, but then it has the other elements.
Most hunting games are usually like using modern rifles because that's what you do in real life hunting.
Yeah.
Speaking of swords and
I know.
spears, throwing out the sticks.
I am. I don't think I've ever done a stick build.
It's a very interesting one.
Yeah. Make sure. Am I sharing? I'm sharing, bro.
You are
Oh yeah,
you are sharing the game. Yes.
I'm sharing the stick game. So I pretty much have to stick to one type, since with this character I can't equip.
It said primal, right?
Yeah, but primitive.
Primitive. There's quite a few. Sticks are a pretty easy one, of course, because you get it.
Yeah,
But
I
you
just,
also can't upgrade them.
what I'm saying is I have to stick to like pretty much one item, since I can't equip weapons above tier 2. I'll have to upgrade them internally.
Yeah. That just also means a lot of secondary stats because you get a bunch of lifesteal with sticks, but you
Yeah.
can still use other stuff. There was one where you literally can't use any other stuff. I don't know which one that is.
There's one where it's
Top of
like
my
you
head.
literally just charge and make them explode. You can't equip items. That's one of my favorite
That too.
characters, actually, 'cause it's so different. So I get +4 damage for every stick I have. Be interesting.
And
to
that
do
increases more with the higher tier 6, but you want sticks.
be interesting to do a stick build with the person who could equip 12.
See, that one's actually an interesting one because it's a lot of scaling of flat damage, but the percent damage is really low.
I hate spiders.
No.
I wonder how the math works out on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want your bubbles.
Double coupon. That's a nice.
Double discount. Doubly awesome. Okay, I want a...
Okay.
He says okay. Or does he?
As it just gave me handcuffs very early on. I was like, I don't want to hold those until the very end.
You bot.
Pop's chorus fruit is chorus fruit.
I haven't done an endless run in this game yet. I bet how this game is, I bet it could get pretty crazy.
When I played it, there wasn't an endless mode too much. I haven't played it in a while though either, so maybe I need to try that out. Botany pot. Yes.
That one. Shift one. What'd it say?
Man, that game has some JoJo Bizarre Adventure sounds that are spliced from the anime.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Definitely. It's always the moment when they finish off someone. Actually, I think I could take that.
Bark, bark goes Augie.
Oh, we'll fear him. All right, now I want to try the multitasker with sticks.
It compels thee to do bad decisions.
I got a finisher!
Stick. Let's do it.
That's legit the finisher that I just got.
I just want to see him be this a roulette of stick death.
I got the bubble.
Now that's a name that I haven't heard in a very long time, even if it was unintentional.
Name of it what?
You like my skin?
A name I haven't heard in a long time, but it was unintentional.
What name?
Stick Death.
Oh, stick death is the actual name of something?
Oh man, that is a throwback.
Okay.
Yes, it was an old website back in the day where it was.
I think I'm lagging again.
I think you might have even shown it to me. No,
Oh,
you
really?
didn't. But it was like one of the popular ones at the time.
Hmm.
Old Flash website with, well,
I got
stick.
another skin.
Like a lot of Flash animations about sticks fighting, killing, and
I'm lagging again.
not safe for work.
No.
Gory stuff. Yeah, that was a time.
Hmm.
It was quite a time.
Who was the day?
Oh, might be playing some game with someone. That's sounds like a good time. I also wanted to wish you a good day.
Oh, you out?
Fine.
For now,
Fight.
let me know if you how your run's go and all that. I'm out for now, my friend.
Okay, if I win, I'll send it to you and my stick death.
Try me. Tell me
Okay,
better.
later.
Later.
Try me. This skin.
Okay, Candace, shut it down!
What is this walking animation?
It's so bad. Come here, Jason. Come here.
I'm not fat anymore.
This one! Go. Up.
Bubbles.
Up.
All right.
Can I try to finish one for my health?
No, I need to try one finisher on you!
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Oh wait, that's not the right one.
Okay, let me
I
try.
didn't equip it, I don't think.
Let me try. Go!
Hold on, I have to try.
That literally, that sound is taken from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh wait, I have to buy it. I got it. Can I try it, please?
No, I'm in a battle. I need to use the force. Ah! Ow.
Pop. Okay, it's my up. Try
I
these.
need to test the force on you.
Hold on, can I try something on you first? see that dragon back there?
Oh no.
Save my life! Dude, I just read the map.
Time to be punched! Be gone! Wanna be bubbled up?
Want me bubbled on, you say?
I
You say
need
you want me bubbled on? Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Spider-Man does what Spider-Man does.
Oh no! Oh! Ah! Ow.
Bubble time! Wobbly wobbly!
Okay, wait, but how did you do this again? Just tell me. Let me just do it. Let me!
You know how to do it from here.
Guys, that stupid
Hmm. Let's just stop adding damage. Let's do that.
on your airfield.
Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. Stop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Are you okay? How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Nice. So you guys had a game yesterday.
Yeah. You won on points, but I killed a lot of stuff. That's all I was going for that game.
So there's like, I thought, I guess it was like the objective kind of mode where you try to retrieve whatever.
Yeah, most games is trying to hold objectives to score points.
Hmm.
But, you know, since I told myself I made a drunken vow that I was going to use the Stompa in my first game of 10th edition. It's 800 points, but it was fun.
That's-
So many dice.
How many dice do you roll with your 800 point mook?
Hang on, let me dig up its weapons.
Finally! No. I'm gonna incinerate you.
I'm not screen peeking.
I just said no screen.
You said you're screen peeking.
No, I never said that.
I heard you.
I never screen peeked.
I never said you did. I'm just saying that you said.
I hear a thump.
You got him.
No screen peeking just to make sure.
Feel him? This one's a little rough. Huh?
No.
Are they comfy though? Oh, so it's great for winter. Oh, that's nice. Nice. All right. So what's the numbers, Jason?
It has 7 guns.
Okay.
So let's see here, not counting rapid fire. It's going to do 32 total dice rolls plus 5d6 dice shots. A lot of guns.
That is a lot of guns.
And because they're orcs, they're all hitting on 5s. So, you know, I'm rolling 20 dice for one gun, but maybe 4 or 5 of them hit.
At that point, like, do you just have like a box to roll your dice in?
Yeah, have a dice tray.
Maybe some sort of app.
Nah, man, I need fistfuls of dice. What you been up to, my buddy?
Well, I'm currently working. They're in the game that they just had disagreements about who was screen peeking or not. You know, classic.
Oh, they playing split screen?
They're not playing split screen, but they are playing the same game on computer next to each other.
This is when you just put like a slab of cardboard between them.
I'm thinking so. There's some emotional action going on over there.
Or just like get a blanket and make a funnel out of it.
The character I'm playing on Brotato is a pacifist. So I'm literally just going not to kill, but to survive!
Just avoiding all the enemies.
Yeah. It's like telling myself, all right, don't grab the damage items. Usually that's something you go for. Don't go for it. Bad. But the game that he's playing, like, literally took sound from JoJo Bizarre Adventure. So I keep looking over thinking that they're watching JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Have you watched JoJo?
Yeah, I watched the first few seasons of it.
Okay, so you know the, like, when they do they're finishing someone off and it's like that noise. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's literally the game is cut from the anime. Not even no. What's the word? No shame.
Welcome to Roblox.
Oh, buddy! You don't dare try me!
Oh,
Oh,
just trying to survive with the waves is, oh man. Literally, one of the weapons is a stun grenade. I mean, a stun gun. So I'm like, back off, tase. Oof. Ah, no. Oof. That was intense. Some dodge in there. What are you up to right now?
Watching a hydraulic press crush things.
Is it like ASMR? You just hear the sounds and go, yes.
Oh, there's a guy on YouTube who just crushes things in a hydraulic press. Dude's got like 6.2 million subs.
Oh, wow. Congrats for him. All right, friends, we're out of time.
Come here. Me grab you. Come here.
HR, we're out of time, my friend.
Okay. Wait, Rich. Get grabbed. What do I do to grab you?
All right. I love you, Jason.
I love you
Okay.
too, bro.
Catch you on the flip side with you and your hydraulic press.
Have fun, man.